What's up, everybody? Aaron Nagler here with CheeseheadTV, coming to you live with some Packers trivia here on the YouTube channel. Promise, this time we're going to take off. I know I apologize for Friday. I know we had some issues. Those issues continue, but we've fixed them behind the scenes and are ready to give you guys what you came here for, which is some live Packers trivia each day, Monday through Friday, until we run out of questions, basically, this offseason. The draft will be next week. We'll probably be off for the stretch of the draft, including the day before. But until then, let's do it. Let's do some trivia for the handful of new folks in the crowd. Here's how the game is played. I'll give you 10 questions. You'll see 4 possible answers on your screen. Make sure you hashtag your answer into the YouTube chat. If the answer is 2 words, you only need to hashtag the first word so the computer pulls it. The 5 quickest correct answers will be displayed after each question with a top 10 leaderboard sprinkled throughout. And at the end of the game, whoever has the most right, the quickest, will be our 24-hour champion and have bragging rights here on the CheeseheadTV YouTube channel. All right, I see you, Big B. Let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Ready for question number 1, starting with, how many points did the Packers score against the Jaguars last season? 17, 20, 24, or 28? How many points did the Packers score against the Jaguars last season? Hashtag 17, 20, 24, or 28. Put it in the YouTube chat. 5 quickest correct answers will be right out of the gate, our top 5 leaderboard. Matt Mamba, I see you here, buddy. How you doing? Big Daddy Cool Breeze is in the house. Always good to see Big Daddy Cool Breeze. Packers and Cheddar, what's up? Tanya McPeak, good to see you again. Hopefully a better showing this afternoon. I kid. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. And of course, the correct answer is 24. The Packers survived a shaky performance coming from behind in the fourth quarter to beat the one-win Jaguars 24-20 on a windy November afternoon at Lambeau Field. All right, Al, give it to me. Who knew what and when did they know it? Boy on G, starting us off strong. Sebastian, Josh, Lex, and Nova, and Brenton. I see you, Brent. Brenton's not fooling around this time, ladies and gentlemen. Brenton ain't waiting around to get the. He's coming out strong in the top 5. All right, let's go on to question number 2. How many sacks did Preston Smith have in the 2019 regular season, not the 2020 season? How many sacks did Preston Smith have in the 2019 regular season? 9, 11, 12, or 14? Hashtag, don't forget those hashtags, folks. Hashtag 9, 11, 12, or 14. How many sacks did Preston Smith have in the 2019 regular season? Give it to me. Yeah, these are a little bit more all over the map. Got to go back to 2019 so you guys aren't on top of it right away. So many familiar faces in the comments today. I like it. I like it a lot. Joseph M., I see you. The correct answer, of course, is 12. Smith finished the 2019 season with 12 sacks. He added 2 more in the playoff victory against the Seahawks. All right, who knew what and when did they know it? Give it to me, Al. Sebastian Fitz. Joey the Jaguar, I see you at 2. Zach, Jared Gregg, and Ashley Ziegler. What's up, Ashley? How you doing? All right, let's move on to question number 3. Aaron Rodgers shares the franchise record for most passing yards in a single game with which former Packers QB? Brett Favre, Lynn Dickey, Brett Hundley, or Matt Flynn? Remember, you just need to hashtag that first word. So your hashtags are Brett, Lynn, Brett, or Matt. Hashtags, folks. Remember the hashtags. Aaron Rodgers shares the franchise record for most passing yards in a single game with which former Packers QB? Just need that first word. I see you folks. I got some smart people up in here, folks. It's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one to get on top in the leaderboard today, folks. Got some smart, good-looking Packers fans in this house. Joey, I see you with cynical Wallace. Of course, the answer is Matt Flynn. Back in 2013, Rodgers threw for a career-high 480 yards as Green Bay blew past Washington 38-20 at Lambeau Field. Rodgers' 480 yards matched Green Bay's franchise record set by Matt Flynn in the 2011 regular season finale against the Lions. All right, Al, Who knew what and when did they know it? Let's see. Boyan G. Out of the gate strong. Brett Boyd, Josh Reuter, Norman Gratz, and Marcus Zrim. All right, Al, let's take a look after 3 questions at our first glimpse at the top 10 leaderboard. Sebastian Fitz, strong at number 1. Josh, I see you at 2. Marcus, Ashley, looking good at 4. And Big B is at 5, ladies and gentlemen. Big B is on the Cadillac board, people. That's what we like to see. Tanya McPeak at 6. Boyan G at 7. Norman at 8. Zach at 9. Joey the Jaguar sitting there at 10. Let's keep moving. Next question. Who was Brian Gutekunst's first ever draft pick as general manager? Jair Alexander, Darnell Savage, Rashawn Gary, or Josh Jackson? Your hashtags, of course, are Jair, Darnell, Rashawn, or Josh. Who was Brian Gutekunst's first ever draft pick as general manager? Jair, Darnell, Rashawn, or Josh? If you get this wrong, people, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I got to throw in some easy ones for you. You know, I get some tough ones and I get some easy ones. This one should be an easy one, but I've been surprised before. What else we got, folks? Let's see what we got. There we go. And of course, the correct answer is Jair. Gutekunst made Jair Alexander his first ever pick when he selected the cornerback in the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft after first trading back, then back up to land the Louisville product. All right, who knew what? When did they know it, Al? Norman knew what was up. Jared, Travis, Sebastian, and Boyan G looking good. Next question. Which Canadian Football League team did Reggie Begelton play for? Which Canadian Football League team did Reggie Begelton play for? The Lions, Stampeders, Alouettes, or Rough Riders? Don't forget those hashtags. Hashtag Lions, Stampeders, Alouettes, or Rough Riders. Which Canadian Football League team did Reggie Begelton play for? This one's a little more tough than the Jair Alexander question, isn't it? Got to keep you guys on your toes. Gots to keep you on your toes. Lions, Stampeders, Alouettes, or Rough Riders? Which Canadian Football League team did Reggie Begelton play for? Give it to me, fine folks. Let me see what you got. All right. And of course, the correct answer is the Stampeders. Begelton played in 33 games with 29 starts over 3 seasons with the Calgary Stampeders. Who knew their Canadian Football League history, Al? Norman Gratz, Jared Gregg, Marcus Zrim, and Joseph M., and Travis Salem. Good looking group there as the top 5. Moving on to the next question. What drink did Aaron Rodgers pour himself after the Packers drafted Jordan Love? Scotch, tequila, beer, or seltzer? Don't forget those hashtags, people. Hashtag Scotch, tequila, beer, or seltzer. What drink did Aaron Rodgers pour himself after the Packers drafted Jordan Love? What was it, folks? Good looking group. People know their alcohol and their quarterbacks. I expect nothing less. Oh boy. Gonna be some upset folks. The answer, of course, is hashtag tequila. That's right. Rodgers told the Ringer that he poured himself 4 fingers of tequila and settled in for a long night of people phoning and texting him. Who knew what and when did they know it? Boyan G represent. Joseph M, Marcus Zrim, Lex and Nova, Dylan Matthews at 5. 4 questions remaining. Let's take a look at the top 10 leaderboard, shall we, Al? What do we got here? Marcus Zrim and Ashley strong at 1 and 2 here. Marcus obviously has the advantage for the quicker time with the correct answers, but Ashley's right there with him. Sebastian Fitz at 3. Big B is in the top 5. Oh my God, what is this world coming to? Big B is back, baby. Packers and Cheddar at 5. Boyan G, Norman Gratz, Lex and Nova, Joseph M, and Travis Salem. I love it. I love it a lot. All right, next question. Here we go. Who was the Packers' first-round selection in the 2010 NFL Draft? Was it Clay Matthews, Jordy Nelson, Brian Bulaga, or Derek Sherrod? Don't forget those hashtags, folks. Just need to hashtag that first name. Who was the Packers' first-round selection in the 2010 NFL Draft? Hashtag Clay, Jordy, Brian, or Derek? Who was the Packers' first round selection in the 2010 NFL Draft? Mhm. Who's gonna know it? Who's gonna know it? Oh, I love it. I love it. Of course, the correct answer is Brian Bulaga, Iowa. Bulaga was selected in the first round by the Packers in the 2010 NFL Draft. He began the 2010 season as a backup offensive lineman before getting his first start in the 5th week against Washington. He went to start every game for the rest of the season, eventually being named to the NFL All-Rookie team. Who knew what and when did they know it, Al? Norman Gratz, Josh Reuter, Jared Gregg, Lex Nova, and Marcus Rim were hot out of the gate on that one. All right, let's go on to question number 7. Who is the Packers' current question number 8. Question number 8. Who is the Packers' current offensive line coach? James Campen, Justin Outen, Wendell Davis, or Adam Stenavich? Who is the Packers' current offensive line coach? James Campen, Justin Outen, Wendell Davis, or Adam Stenavich? Who is it? Hashtag James, Justin, Wendell, or Adam. Who is the Packers' current offensive line coach? Let's see what we got, people. The current offensive line coach. Who is it, folks? Hashtag the first names. That's all we need. Hashtag James, Justin, Wendell, or Adam. Those are your hashtags. The correct answer, of course, is Adam Stenavich. Entering his 5th season as a coach in the NFL, Adam Stenavich begins his 3rd year with the Packers in 2021 as the club's offensive line coach. All right, Al, who knew what? When did they know it? Who knows their coaching staff? Boyan G knows the coaching staff. Josh Reuter, Norman Gratz, Slider 6294, and Sebastian Fitz. All right, let's move on to question number 9. Which rival owner helped keep the Packers in Green Bay back in 1956? Lamar Hunt, Wellington Mara, George Halas, or Bud Adams? Your hashtags, of course, are Lamar, Wellington, George, or Bud. Which rival owner helped keep the Packers in Green Bay back in 1956? Lamar Hunt, Wellington Mara, George Halas, or Bud Adams? Which rival owner helped keep the Packers in Green Bay? Hashtag Lamar, Wellington, George, or Bud. Let me know in the YouTube chat with your hashtags, folks. And of course, the correct answer is Papa Bear himself, George Halas, with the Packers facing the threat of NFL relocation unless city residents approved a new football stadium. Halas boldly sought to keep his field enemies close to Chicago. The Bears founder showed up to push public funding for what is now Lambeau Field at a rally in 56. It was heavily promoted on local radio. Halas preached to locals, used to booing his Bears. When voters responded on April 3rd by passing the stadium referendum measure to issue bonds that greenlighted more pro football in Green Bay, Halas received a share of the credit. Papa Bear, without him, the Packers probably aren't in Green Bay. Who knew what? When did they know it? Give it to me, Al. Boyan G is just absolutely laying waste to the field today. Norman, Brenton, I see you. Jared Gregg, Sarah Rathke, what's up? All right, let's take one last look at the top 10 leaderboard before we get to the last question. See how things play out. Marcus Rim, Sebastian Fitz. Big B is at 3 people. Can you believe it? Big B. I don't want to get too crazy here, but if Marcus gets this next one wrong and you get it right and you are the quickest, faster than Sebastian, you could be the champ today. You could be the champ today, Big B. You could be somebody. You could be a contender. All right, let's not get crazy. All right, final question. Final question of the day. How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? 8, 10, 13, or 15? Don't forget the hashtag. How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? 8, 10, 13, or 15? Put the hashtag into the old YouTube chat. Let the computer do its magic. How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? Don't forget those hashtags, because if you do, then you'll be like, oh my God, I forgot the hashtags. Why didn't you remind me? And I'll say, I did remind you. And you'll go, oh, that's right, you did. And then you'll throw yourself out a window and you'll fall onto the ground and you'll bust open your face and you'll go to the hospital and you'll send me a bill and I won't pay it because I'll say, I reminded you to use the hashtags. So I don't want that for any of us. So use the hashtags, folks. How many years has Matt LaFleur been coaching in the NFL? 8, 10, 13, or 15? The correct answer, of course, is 13. LaFleur has been a member of the NFL coaching ranks for 13 years. He began in the league as an offensive assistant for the Houston Texans back in 2008. Who knew what? When did they know it, Al? Give it to me. Slider 6294, Zach, Ryan, Matt Mamba, I see you, Mr. JJ at 5. All right, drum roll, please. Let's take a look at today's champion for Cheesehead TV Live Packers Trivia. Marcus Rim is there, Packers and Cheddar at 2, Norman at 3, Sebastian Fitz at 4. Big B, you didn't make number 1, but you're back, baby. You're back not only in the top 10, you're in the top 5. Dylan, Ashley, Boyan G, Joseph M, and Josh Reuter rounding out a very formidable group there on the top 10 leaderboard on Monday's Packers trivia here on Cheesehead TV. Can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, talking Packers, playing some trivia. It's what we do here at Cheesehead TV each and every day at 5 p.m. Eastern on the YouTube channel. I'll be here hosting live Packers trivia basically until Corey Banke punts me. But until then, I'll be here. Thanks a lot. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family, Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Pack Go.